So we've cut the windows in. Most of the welding up on the brow and canopy sides is all done. So you can see the arch, the radar arch is in the lay down position right now. That there is the snorkel for the wiring. The brow has got a couple of pieces in there to support it. I'm putting on the handrail's welded in place on this side. That one's over there is just braced right now. I'm gonna hit that pretty soon. You can see the davit over here, base. It'll lay forward, and that's the dinghy bracket. You can see the handrails that I put in. Those actually drain. The 1x2 channel that's rolled is incorporated on each corner, and it drains all the way down and behind the welding machine. It comes out 1.5 inches on both sides. So that's a piece of 1/4 inch for the headache rack, and it's got some tabs in it also. An extra extrusion there for support. It's pretty beefy. Kevin finished out the corner pieces on this side. So we got this corner. This is the stern where the outboard motors go on. So that's done. We left a little weep hole here. Got to put weep holes in all these things. So if there's any moisture ever build up, you don't freeze and fracture something. So coming up the steps into the aft of the boat looking forward. We got to finish a little bit of welding on this little corner 90. Heading on down, you can see the windows are cut out. I put the bent stiffeners on the outside to keep the inside of the wall flat. So the handrail, plenty of room, very skookum. This needs to get cleaned up, but this is where that drain incorporates in, so the water all rolls down through here. I got an 1.5 inch pipe underneath, and it just needs to be welded out on the outside. We'll TIG that. I move the steps away back to make it easier to step up and clear your noggin. As you come up, see the foot on these fold-ups. Hand, just one step, then you're up here. This is the handrail I've put on for extra, holding on to tie to, and it kind of rolls up and matches that. The other one's over on the other side I'm getting ready to do. Headache rack, once again, it's 1/4 inch, half pipe that was slit. Put some braces in it so it never moves. Once again, coming back down. See, I'm tall enough where I can hold on to this, and it's still, this here is clearance. This is 6'7" right here. Coming down, it'll be 6'5.5" with the frame. Bathroom's pretty well welded out. I got to cut the windows out in here. Porthole. More bracing to keep it all level. That 1/8 inch just crawls. So as you can see, I got my galley. The wall of the house comes right here, starts. This is a little bump out, 8 inch deep, 15 wide for shelving, spices, emergency radio, emergency lights with plug-ins to charge everything. Up here, I'm gonna actually put a little 3 inch exhaust fan because I'm going to put a little shallow stainless 2-inch lip pan in here over top the stove so that we can evacuate the cooking fumes. So stove starts here. We get about, right now we're looking at an 8-inch little flat shelf here. Stove, little counter here about 12 inches. Sink takes up 26. Fridge is underneath here. It's 31 inches wide. It's a double side fridge. The stove is a 3-burner with an oven. This is, of course, all countertop. And this is all room for the helm seating. Got all my chases in from my electrical going up. And I actually added that up there to have room to run anything overhead and insulated. And then all these, that tabs there will have some 3/4 inch to it, and then I'll put my wood last to it for finish. Chase for electrical, there's a hole all the way through, goes up, through, it comes down here where all my electrical and controls are. So all my wiring for my wipers, antennas that go up. The snorkel is somewhere over here. There's a snorkel going up for the wiring up to the up top. Another chase on that corner. Didn't have any plans that need it, but once putting it in, it's cut. Now you got a way to run up and down. Looking out, there's a window that gets cut out there into the head. I'm gonna do that later today because it's a messy process, right? So I've got the measurements for the galley is coming out 22 inches from this wall. So 22 inches out. That gives us a 24-inch door coming in. And then that also gives over 32 inches, 33 inches of walking clearance from here to where the dinette edge is, way over here. Gets choked down just a little bit here. This door here is 20 inches wide to go in and out of the head, but once again, clearance is going to be 6'5" when you go through after the trim. I'm 6'4". I'm not going to bend over to go through a door anymore. Of course, down the dinette, the V-berth, you step down in. It's kind of nice having, we threw a piece of plywood there and kind of maybe thinking I might build something that I can lay a couple trays like aluminum in there with some foam under them. We'll see. But it's nice to have a place where you can put your butt on them. Just take your pants on and off, because that gets all, all bedding in the bottom down there. And of course the bunks on the sides get bedding. Once again, storage, that'll get doors on it. And what you see here is air vents, blowers that'll come out for defrost. That's a USB 12-volt charger. I'll have USB 12-volt chargers over here, also a place to put a cell phone right on the corner here. Not sure if this will get finished off with anything fancy yet. I'd like to put a real nice piece of wood on top of that. That could be done down the way. That there is the top of the back seat. So the back seat, you lay again. That's the stainless rod holders that go up on the headache rack. I think there's 14 positions. That'll all bolt right onto the back of the headache rack, and I got a bracket in between each rod, because that's going to take a pounding. And that goes right up there, of course, on the headache arch. So I was working on the railing. I have all the railing sockets in place. We're going to take them out tomorrow. And this piece here, of course, goes right here, is a step down. That's the round nose piece right there. It's got a couple stems coming out of it, solid 3/4 bar to stub into the corresponding ends, and then we'll TIG out around those. Coming inside the cab, I just started working on the dinette forward seat storage box. This is the under dinette bed. So when it's done, the dinette raises up 14 inches from the floor and it's down about 18. So anyway, after the mattresses are in, we have approximately 29 inches of headroom. And that bed is just one of those little hidey cubby beds. And that's the corresponding 2-foot wall or opening. And then the bed goes that way. The mattress is actually 7 foot long. It's 52 inches wide. That's the inner part of the hull. There's ribbing behind that. So that's 4 inches from the outer hull. So there's a little bump up area there, and we're just trimming the mattress to lay on it. That's a little access hatch into forward where some hoses and electrical can run. Back behind here is where the diesel tank fill hose, which is the black one. That's for the heating. The blue one's water. And then the vent for the diesel. There's a vent for the water down there also. That's just my vacuum hose there. So this gets decked from that layer all the way along here to there, comes out to here. So that's what I'm working on right now. And that'll cover that. Then the seating comes up over top, corresponding, for the dinette. So I'm working on the dinette area, and that's the under cubby sleeping area. I call it the under cubby. It's got 32 inches of head height. And once again, from this corner, that's a step down, from that corner forward is 7 foot long, 52 inches wide. That's a double beam because of the side. I wanted strength. Underneath I have LED lights that shine back down. So this is where the back seat will start, come up and comes over, and then the back comes up, corresponds to some dotted lines over there. And so this will be a U-shaped dinette with a folding back and forth backrest, so that people sitting here when we're cruising can lean back and sit up here. And height is 20 inches, 19 inches off of this deck is the seat. That's the storage area. And then down below is another hatch that's an access back and forth for hoses and whatnot and electrical, and my heating system will be back here on this wall. I'm going to put glycol diesel heat. That's just going to have a plastic hatch so that I have access to hoses whenever or if ever I need them. I got to make up still the connection points out here for the diesel water vents on the outside. So this will get boxed in, toe the seat here, coming up slanted and come back. So that's what I'm working on now. It's coming along. Pretty excited about the spot where we're at. As you can see, and once again, that's handrails with the drain integral corner that's tied into this 1x2 rectangle, and it goes out the side with 1.5 inches underneath of it. So all the rainwater in the hood will come down that corner and down this corner and drain all outboard. I got all my supports in for the overhead handrail, TV, VHF, fans. That's a post mount that comes up and down a stainless, because I'm going to have a 9-inch screen up there. In front is a TV mount, another fan mount over to the side.